Do you remember us? Do you remember
Yeah.
these faces? We have not disappeared forever.
It's been a
The
year since the last.
yeah, the trending tweet, Tup and Casey broke up, not a
Uh,
thing. It's fake news.
yeah.
Um, we're back with Prep Talk Live. Welcome. I'm trying to remember the intro. It's been so long. I can't even remember.
It was a
But
good
yeah,
jam in the beginning. Yeah.
exactly. Episode 122, which is amazing. I was realizing that today. I was like, wow, we're really in the 120s. Like, we're really into on our way to 200 now.
Nice.
I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. Joining me, as always, is Tup the Urban Prepper. Tup, where have you been for the last 5 years? How are
Well,
things going?
yeah, things are going good. The holiday season was action packed and all sorts of things. So, uh, yeah, just a lot of family things, a lot of events and it was just like every Wednesday it was completely. And well, first off, I think like I would have got in big trouble for doing a Christmas. It was a Christmas Eve on one of them, and then New Year's Eve I would have got in trouble for that, and then some
Oh
other
yeah,
ones. So yeah,
we
uh,
planned poorly as it related to holidays and everything, and then I think we both had kid things that were going on. I know that we had a play that I had to go to one time, and you had stuff, and then there was
yeah,
traveling, so it was kind of a
yeah.
compounding effect where we were like, all right, we're just gonna not worry about it, and we'll kick things back off in January because no one's watching our podcast on the holidays anyway, right? Like
Well,
they're
people should be
they're
spending the
watching
time
their
with
own
their
stuff.
family and friends and not listening to us. But yeah, it's definitely
Yeah,
good to be back and for break. I think the main thing we wanted to do is just break the streak of no podcasts. But yeah,
exactly. We
get,
figured we'd
get,
do a half
yeah,
hour catch up, and then next week
well,
it looks like Wednesday will work for everybody, so we can do a
yeah,
little bit
yeah.
longer
So
of a plan. But
yeah, I was hoping to do some prepping. I had all these. I took 2 weeks off of work too, and I had all these grandiose plans for videos and stuff. And then I just got like got lazy and didn't want to do any. I just wanted to not do anything. So that's what I did.
just like you know what? Yeah, I also like I had grandiose plans for like some organization stuff. Like I did prepping things. Like
Yes.
I have prepping projects to share actually. But
Yeah.
like the list of things that I went into winter break as my prepping projects, very few of those got done. I just
Yeah.
got all new projects during the meantime.
Yeah. I had to redo our pantry again because it got disheveled, and so they weren't following the PDF. So I got it. It's back in order. The junk drawer was out of order, so I
Emotions.
got that back in order. And then geez, we've had a lot of flooding here in the Northwest, and I
I
was gonna
texted
like,
you about that.
yeah,
And I
I
didn't
was
hear
gonna,
back. I figured he floated away and that was the end of the podcast.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
going to come on and be like, remember Tup? We knew him well.
yes, I have a bunch of missing like unresponded text messages I have to get to, but part of me was like, should I do like a dedicated on the scene type flooding stuff? But I didn't want to be like an ambulance chaser, so I just figured I'll cover it later. But that was definitely that was a big deal over here in the Northwest for sure.
Yeah, there was all kinds of flooding in this, especially like in the Seattle area, which you don't like. Usually in the metro areas, like when Portland floods, like you don't expect that. You expect it in the
Yeah,
suburbs, kind of, but not like in the actual cities. And what I was saying is there was like flooding everywhere.
yeah. I mean, Seattle wasn't as bad as like anything that's in like the Mount Rainier kind of Lahar zone, like at 1,000 years ago. If mudslides went there, that those were totally flooded, and it was really bad. And then, but it definitely impacted Seattle too. So, but Puyallup, Ording, like the places close to Mount Rainier for sure was like all the flat zones. But I flooding's like one of the ones like it's like one of the probably least popular prepping topics besides health and medical. But uh, no one cares about your health.
No one cares about flooding.
But
Like
but
flooding isn't a
flooding's not
thing.
as cool as like CBRN and nuclear and World War III and or even earthquakes. But flooding's like super boring. But that's one of the ones I feel like we have some pretty good flood preps. And so, but
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
have to use any of them.
yeah, I got that flooding sandbag thing
Yes,
when we were up at the exchange thing.
yes,
And so I was thinking about it as it was raining and everything. I was like, oh, I'll put this one out and see what happens. I
yeah. I
didn't
upgraded
though. And
I got some more sandbags, and I was ready to use them, but we didn't need to, and I didn't need to use my Rescue Me or my Life Vest or anything like that.
well, that is fantastic.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have life vests in your car or do you have life vests at home?
This is super nerd prep stuff, but I have Life Vest on, like, where the bug out bags are, and then I have like, the floating, like, seat cushions that are
Hmm.
flotation. It's kinda like airplane style. I
Yep,
have in the car, so,
that's fantastic.
I was gonna do, like, the inflatable ones where you could just pull the thing, but then you'd have to recharge those. You have to fill, like, whatever the recharging things are, and I didn't wanna
Yep.
I knew forget about it, so, my wife thinks it's at lea used to think it was crazy that I had flotation devices in the car, but not anymore, so,
But she was like, "No, this is the greatest idea you've ever had. I'm glad that you
yeah.
thought about it." And
And one of the I really wanted to get like a inflatable raft because that was pretty like when all the flooding was
mhm.
going on here, like a lot of people were, they're evacuating and instead of they weren't going on bug out bags, but they were putting stuff in a raft and like bringing it to and I that's one thing that I need to figure out like a budget friendly raft for flooding purposes.
So one thing, so we got stand-up paddle boards.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about those because for us, it
Ah,
would be
that's a good
crossing
idea.
like the river. Because Portland, for anybody who doesn't know, Portland is there's like a gigantic river that runs through the middle of it. It's called
Yep.
Bridge City because there's so many bridges, and likely all of those will come down in an earthquake. So if we're trying to evacuate to the east to get to the airport or family or another city or something like that, we're gonna have to cross the river. And we found stand-up paddle boards that have like the bag is like a backpack, and so like we could take those, and then it comes with like a hand pump and the whole thing, and walk those and then float whatever you've got over the river that way.
That is a good because you could technically I don't know what kind of weight those things support. We're not in shape enough, I think, to do it, but but I know the
Oh,
Cascadia Dispatch family is
oh, no, no, no,
pretty
no,
good
no.
about it.
We looked at the weight things. I think it's 400
Oh,
or 500. But like there's different. Like you can get
so
different
you could
ones.
have
I
you could
think the
have your
one.
bug out bag and a paddle board, and you could be getting
Oh,
out of there.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they have like seat attachments and things, so you can use it like a kayak instead of if you don't
Yeah,
want to actually do the standing up, where you can sit. And so we have
that
because there's a big lake by our house, and so once a year, our group of friends like we decide to do these things, and then we do them like once a year, and then we get all the gear to match all of the friends that do it all the time, and we use it once a year.
yeah,
So we have friends that go and they do paddleboarding like a couple three times a month or something during the summer, and we go with them like once a summer and paddleboard. But we now have all of the paddle boards and all of the things, and they have a thing where you can like be like seated and almost like a kayak.
that's great. Yeah, because we have kayaks, but we probably wouldn't want to. We wouldn't. Hopefully, we would never need those. But I love the paddleboard idea, and I know the seat ones that
Yeah.
you're talking about. That would be perfect. I
Well,
don't know
and
if I
it
could.
and
I don't
it's
know
a
if my
little
wife would
more
let me.
stable.
Yeah, it's more stable for sure. I
Yeah.
don't know if my wife would let me get, 4 paddleboards specific for bug out purposes, but, we yeah, I
Well, the other thing is depending on what you were doing, like if you wanted to put stuff on it and hold on to one side and like
yeah,
have put the kids on the paddleboard and you hold on and there's
yeah,
straps
because
and
yeah,
things and
that man, that's a great idea. Now I gotta rethink, like, because I was thinking raft, but maybe paddleboards are more durable. Are they the inflatable ones or the
yep, yep. So they're inflatable, and so we have the same we have a bigger air pump than like a standard bike pump for it
Mhm,
just because it's bigger and you got to get it. um But I mean, it works. You can plug it into a car charger. You can plug it into an outlet, and it will do the whole thing. And it blows it up pretty fast. So
yeah,
okay, if you were driving, if you drove down to the river, let's say, and pumped them up, and then you know you can also ferry people across with them. So
yeah, that's
have two of you go over, and then leave somebody on the other side, lash the other one to yours, paddle back across. Go back and forth that way.
yeah, from what I saw, the people that were impacted, I mean, it wasn't like, above their head type water, it was, like, probably waist
Yeah,
deep, and so that would be super handy to have, like, a flat surface that you could put your stuff on and the pets or something like that, and, yeah, man, I
exactly.
like that idea.
Yeah, and then you can just kind of drag stuff out, and not have to carry it necessarily on your back or have it be wet if depending on how
Yeah,
where the water is, if it's up past, your waist and so it's getting into your bag and stuff.
yeah,
Um,
but they
that
they
would be
they
cool.
say, like I don't know how it is in Portland, but in Seattle, they say, like, the most common natural disaster is not, like, earthquakes or volcano it's flooding, and,
Yeah.
uh And the fires probably too, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it fires, and standard house fire
yeah,
probably,
standard
and
house fire,
now
yeah,
for us in the Portland area, the wildfires have become more of a thing because we're getting more of it from the east, and with the way the wind pattern goes, the wildfires that happen in Eastern Oregon are starting to come up into the valley, and so they crest the mountain, and so we've had some really interesting close calls with wildfires in the gorge over the last, I don't know, 5 years or
wow,
so.
yeah,
Um, but then the flooding thing is, and Oregon, we're pretty good about what we get rain a lot, but
yeah,
when all of a sudden you've got too much, then it's just a whole thing.
yeah. We're like our state's not prepared for like mass flooding for sure. Like the
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah,
if there's
yeah,
if there's a quarter inch of ice, it shuts all of us down.
yeah.
But
We're shut down
we can
quick.
handle a couple feet of water, but after that, then we got problems.
Yeah. And then I was going to say for Christmas, they're on Black Friday. I bought myself my Christmas presents that were prepping focus because my family they never know what
Excellent.
to get me, so I just bought them, wrapped them up, and then I opened them for myself. And oh, thank you so much. And
What did we get?
we got I got a different ham radio, and I got a Garmin InReach 2, the little pocket GPS.
Yeah.
For because I wanted it for my bug out bag and I wanted to upgrade what I currently have in there. So I don't want to use the Go tennas, but so anyway, and I have the plan on that. So anyway, that was
With
that was from Santa.
the satellite.
Yes, they
Excellent.
had a great deal on Black Friday for those work because I've always wanted one, but they've always more than I wanted to spend. But Santa found a
Mhm.
deal, and
Love it when that happens.
it's in the bug out bag now. So
Yeah, it's a great alternative to getting a satellite phone.
yeah,
Um, because you can use them for, so we have them, everybody, we bought them for all of the adults in our family a while ago.
that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and so then you can pre-program in everybody's email, like you get like an email address, which is like the communication for the devices, and
Yeah.
then text messaging and stuff. So we have like our out of state contacts in there and everything. So whenever you fire it up, you don't need to remember it. It's just in there, and then you can send messages.
Yeah, I'm working on getting mine all programmed, but I didn't know if I need to buy it for every. Does everyone need to have a plan though for it though for like the
So
emergency?
everybody needs to have the plan,
Yeah,
but there are different levels of plans. So
yeah, I
what
got
we
the
did
bottom of the barrel
is
one. Yeah,
we did the bottom of the barrel so that it was active, and then we gave the login information to our out of state contact. So if something happens, okay, log in and change it to unlimited, because then we're going to use it to communicate more, and they can change the plans for all of us.
yeah,
But otherwise, you can't activate it if you don't like, it's one of those like the chicken and the egg things. Like, it's, you don't want to have to pay for the plan, but you can't activate the plan if you
yes.
don't have access to it. So you got to have something
So I
active.
forget how much it is a month. It was like less than $10, I thought, but
Yeah.
I figured my Chipotle burritos are more than $10. Figured it was okay to do,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Well,
I'm pretty excited about that one. So that's cool. I'm glad that you took you're doing the concept that I was hoping to do because my I want my mom to have
mhm.
one. I need to talk her into
Yeah.
getting the cheap plan.
Yeah. And you don't need, I mean, you don't need everybody to have one, but like everyone, so like we have an extra one now. So like when the kids go to college or the kids are traveling, because they're the age now where they're going on trips with schools and stuff, like, okay, they can have one and use it and do that sort of thing.
I also bought Santa bought upgraded some bug out bags, the family bug out bags, because they had cheaper. I always had the nice good stuff, but they had
Of
cheap
course.
bags, and so I finally got theirs to nicer bags. So we're redesigning it, reorganizing it family style. And
I
uh, I'm trying to figure out how
I'm
to.
curious what your wife's face looked like when you bought more backpacks.
She's not happy, but uh, uh, but I'm working on. I've tried to lower each bug out bag by 10 pounds. So mine was a
Oh
little too
wow.
mine was too heavy. It was 40 pounds. So I'm down to
Hmm.
30 now, which is much better. Both of theirs are all of theirs are less now too. So I'm slimming it down and just having in the. I'm trying to figure out the best way of dividing. Like how do I? like for certain radios and stuff, like I don't want to carry a bunch of chargers because it adds weight. So I'd rather add the
Hmm.
chargers to my son's bug out bag because he doesn't need all the same stuff. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out like the best way of having everyone's bag complement each other. So
Oh, that's a really interesting
that's what
idea.
I'm working on because like I have a uh, like yeah the radio like the charger for that. I have different attachments and stuff, but I don't want to carry all of it, so I'm making my son be the Sherpa for that, and then my daughter is
Nice.
responsible for a couple things too. So anyway, and then like I have more of a bivy style tent in mind,
Hmm.
but I'm having my wife carry the big tent because she's not going to want to be in a like a tarp or anything like that. So, anyway, so
Yeah.
it's all complimenting bug out bags. I should probably make a video. So,
Yeah. We have like the adult bags and then the kid bags. So like
yes,
the tents, we have two smaller tents, but they wrap up and they attach to the bottom of the
yeah,
bug out bag. So like we are carrying the tents and the kids are carrying other stuff. And
yeah. I'm getting
um
all everything that's on the outside is now on the inside. I'm trying to get it so they're all super clean and flush because so I've had to like rethink like the uh geez, with the sleeping padding and all that stuff in the tents.
mhm.
But anyway, those are I worked on that over the holidays. So yeah, like you, like there's always prepping stuff going on, but sometimes it's not the most exciting.
Yeah, and I got so mine were I got right on labels, like Velcro labels for bags. So oftentimes we have like you have the morale patches and stuff, and
Yes.
you can get custom embroidered ones. These are plastic or PVC or whatever. I don't know. They're plasticky, rubbery. But you can take a Sharpie and write on them. So
Nice.
uh, like we have a set of pouches that are like our travel chargers. So they're customized for each of us because, like, I have a laptop charger and my wife has a different charger because she likes to sleep in a different configuration with her phone, and like the kids have different ones. Um, oh, Brecky's here. Brecky is in the building.
Brecky, where you
Uh,
at, Brecky? Happy New Year, Brecky.
Happy New Year. We're gonna need to do another roundtable with
Yeah,
Brecky
it's been a while.
and
Yeah.
Sutton's. Um, so but we'd always forget like who's this who's and all of that, and so now we can actually put like names. And then I always have like pouches that I know that I have stuff in, but because they're the Maxpeditions, they're all black or gray pouches, and so trying to remember like what's in what,
Yeah.
and changing it around is always a pain in the neck.
Yep.
So I got a bunch of these so that I can stick them on and know what is going on.
Nice.
So that was very cool. And then I also caved to the TikTok influencers and got the MREs and the daily nutritional rations or something is what they're called. Um, but we had like the uh freeze dried food that we had gotten the very, very beginning when the kids were
Yeah.
allergic to everything, and so we had to kind of have that. I'm sure that it has gone or is not great based on how we've stored it and moved it around, and the kids have snacked on it, and so it's probably not great. So they were having sales. They have sales on them all the time, but of the cases of the MREs and the daily nutritional rations or daily nutritional daily ration. It's some combination of daily and nutrition and ration.
Okay.
Um, but it's got all of those have all of the calories that you would need in a day. So MRE is like a meal, and then a daily ration is like two meals and a breakfast and a drink or something like that.
Okay.
So they are a little more compact. Um, so I got those to kind of trade out in the bug out bags. So we've got like full sets of meals, and um, I was able to like pick the menu. So a lot of times you don't know what you're getting in those. And they gave you kind of like two
Oh,
different
you could
options
customize it.
for,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, what you could do is you could say, I want menu A or I want menu B. And like
Okay.
menu B had a tuna option, which our kids are allergic to fish. So like that would have been a bad situation. And one I think also had sesame or something in it, and we're allergic to sesame. So I went with the one that was a little more like cheese pizza and spaghetti and that sort of stuff. But I can make sure I got all of that instead of having to kind of get the couple of meals that you're not really sure about or suspect and you're going to get rid of or whatever.
That's awesome.
Um,
I've been
So
wanting
yeah,
to
so
do
that
like some of
was
the they have international cuisine MREs where it's like beef
yes.
bulgogi or like a Korean kimchi style type, or like a pierogi from like I still want to try all of those international ones, but I haven't yet.
You would think that someone would make an international MRE bundle. Like with
That's a
the number of
great
like
idea.
bundle things that happen, like you would think somebody would
That'd be
would
great
do
to
that.
get like a case of like you could get the American one with the chili mac and all that, or you could get the
Hmm.
like the I like the idea of the pierogi Russian ones, or you could get like the Korean ones, or yeah, or German, be that'd be awesome.
Exactly. And just kind of mix it up. It would be like eating out, like but not require, but in an emergency, it would be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I did clear out. I don't. That's not too controversial. But I cleared out all my Campbell's soup because of all the
yeah,
white CEO guy. So my wife had me in the pantry. We cleared all those the 3D
yeah.
printed, but uh, but yeah,
Okay. Brecky says something sounds risky. What sounds risky? Is it? Oh, is it the international ones that sound risky, or is it uh, just the idea of the MREs? And Kaylin said they're humanitarian daily rations. That's what they are.
oh,
They're humanitarian daily rations.
do they have like?
Um,
They don't have like oftentimes these rations aren't like diet friendly. There's not a carnivore ration, or there's not a keto one, or something.
yeah, there weren't.
Or
So
is
they
there vegan
weren't.
rations?
Well, Kaylin said that they are vegetarian,
Okay,
which I don't know if that is true. I know the MREs have meat in them,
yeah,
but the humanitarian daily rations might be different. Um, but yeah, and that was part of why we went with the original like freeze dried food, because we were on such limited dietary restrictions. I couldn't find, whatever. It's possible they make it now, but the other option is you buy your own freeze dryer and make
yeah. That was
your
one of the
own
things
food.
I was gonna get a freeze dryer, but we other expenses came up, so which always seems to be the case for us. Like during the holidays, like like our furnace went out for a little bit, but
Yeah, my wife was like, if you can make room in the garage, you can do a freeze dryer and a 3D printer. And I was like, fantastic. And then our water heater decided to not work. And
yeah.
so we are we put the fun on hold to be adults.
See, the
Um,
Caitlin got one of my sisters gave fire blankets, and cool for it's a Christmas gift. It looks like I somehow stumbled upon like 12 fire blankets in her. I don't know how we got them, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with them. So I'm anyway, or
just hope that you don't ever need 20, that
yeah,
many fire
because
blankets,
I
or
put one by
give
the
them to your
stove and
neighbors.
one by the barbecue, and then I don't know what to do with the rest of them. So,
You could hang them on the side of your house in case there's like a
yeah,
wildfire
maybe.
thing,
Yeah.
or like 4th of July fireworks or something, just to keep sparks off the roof.
Close combat assault ration, CAR, to replace the first strike ration. Yeah, I haven't been doing as much of the MREs for because they're a little heavier than what I want for the bug out bag. So I've been
Yeah.
doing more. I go more of the Mountain House route, and then the snacks basically.
Yeah. Yeah. That work. That
A little
was,
lighter for
yeah. Yeah. I like that idea. I felt like though with the Mountain House ones, you've got to heat the water up.
yeah,
And the MRE comes with like if you put the water in, it heats itself.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, well then we maybe don't need as much cooking supplies because we kind of have our own. They include their own cooking supplies, but
yeah. Maybe
I don't know.
maybe like the right approach is like for day one of like a 72 hour, like maybe you want just like on the go type snack type stuff, and maybe day two is the MRE style where you don't need water, and then day three maybe that's when you start going through
Yeah,
the where you have to boil water and things.
that would be an interesting idea. That would be a whole thing
Because
there too
then
about
yeah, because
the
that's
progression.
yeah, yeah. We have all sorts of great ideas coming here.
We have so many great ideas that we don't always get through.
Yeah,
Um, we also did a big round of picture digitization over the break. So we got the other half side of the family's pictures and digitized all of them, and then sent everybody the links for the holidays. So their Christmas presents were access to the library of all of their family photos and
Nice. My
everything. But
the most romantic gift that I gave for my wife for Christmas was, I don't know why she takes so many photos, but she has, like, gig terabytes of her, so she got an 8 terabyte SSD external hard drive, which was it was so expensive, so I also bought a Tiffany box from from eBay
oh
and a
my
Tiffany bag,
goodness,
and so so
nice.
so she thought she got a Tiffany jewelry, but really it's the super expensive hard drive, and
I
that
feel
was
like between
super
getting
romantic.
more backpacks and making her think that she got Tiffany and instead got a hard drive,
Yeah.
I'm amazed that you're like, are you sleeping in the parking garage now? Is
Well,
that why you're?
she liked the hard drive. She wanted, 'cause, yeah, she has that many photos and videos of stuff, and it's important to her, so, yeah.
Yeah. Well, have you considered like a NAS?
Sh I have, but she doesn't didn't want I don't know how to say that.
It's not a priority for her. It's not a
No, it's hard enough just to kinda explain some of the like, these the so she's not a tech person,
ah,
but yeah,
yes. It was a yeah, it was a conversation in our house. My wife is I think used to me coming up with all of these things and
yeah,
stuff, and so she was like, if you think it makes sense, and so then like I was able to kind of once like we got it and got it set up, and then I could explain it to her a little bit more, and she could see it working, um, and then I had to have ChatGPT help me with all of the like standard procedures because once you get it set up, then it's got to actually get all the information from everybody, and so you have to make sure that everybody's using it correctly. Um, so that
yeah.
was a whole thing,
Let's see, anything
but
else
yeah.
special? New Year's, so nothing too exciting for me on that. Did we talk about the e-bikes last time? I forget the
I think yeah, you got an
Yeah, we
e-bike.
talked about that, and we
Yeah.
haven't ridden it since because of all the flooding, so I
Did
don't have I don't have an update on it.
did you find any silver with your missing gold?
No, I'm still looking for that gold coin, but I think it's gone.
um, yeah.
Yeah,
Have you seen the news about the silver market?
no, should I
With
buy or sell?
well, so it's one of those funny things that like silver doesn't really do much, and all of a sudden in the last like 3 weeks, it's almost tripled. It's
Oh,
like gone nuts. It's like $80 an ounce. Um, and so there's all these people trying to figure out why that's happening, and there's production reasons and geopolitical reasons. Like there's a lot of different things that are contributing to it. But it's one of those funny things because I think a lot of times prepping people buy precious metals for, oh, if the economy collapses or something, we need them for, exchanging value and that sort of thing. Or you buy it to hedge inflation because you just want it to do that. But it doesn't really move much. Like gold and silver didn't really move for years. And now all of a
oh my
sudden, like
gosh.
they're just going
I'm
nuts.
looking at, I don't know if we have the technology to show, I always go to, AP Mex, but,
Oh yeah. I was on their site
wow.
making a couple of
Oh my
purchases.
gosh.
Here, I'll go ahead and we have the technology. I will share my screen.
I haven't been keeping up, but geez.
This is what I'm here for. I'm here to be like, hey, everybody.
Oh,
So
gold
yeah, so
is, yeah,
here's
wow.
the yeah, no,
So
I don't
spot
care
prices.
about staying. Yeah, so this is in the last week, but if you look at the last 3 months and then in the
Wow.
last year, because I was buying because it was at Costco and I was buying it when it was 20 between
Yeah,
like
20 something.
20 and $30 an ounce. And then all of a sudden it just started to ramp.
Wow. Yeah,
So
no, I
it will
haven't been
likely
following
go
at
down.
all.
Not financial advice. I am not a financial expert, but
Yes, no, you're
um,
doing,
yeah. And then gold has been doing a similar
yeah. Well, I wish I found that
thing.
gold coin now. That's a
Yeah. It's worth trying to find
I
in your
might need to
house.
do another search for it.
Yeah. The other thing that's interesting, when you uh buy silver, do you buy eagles or do you buy just the rounds?
I I we like the silver eagle coins, but I also I prioritize those ones, but I also like the maple
Yep.
leaves and I also like the buffalo one. So, uh,
Hmm.
but I if I normally like it's like a 2 to 1, I'd probably get the eagles first just before the other ones. But I celebrate the entire catalog.
Oh yeah, excellent, excellent. Yeah,
I don't like
because
the bars, but
yeah, I started with just the blank, just the standard rounds, and
yeah,
then like 2 or 3 years ago, I took them in and traded them for Eagles because I had seen some stuff that like, okay, it's actual currency. There's a little more credibility to them if you were ever to want to use them or something like
that's
that.
what I was, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Um, and so I traded it. So now I just stick with Eagles for the most part. But yeah,
I
they're
like
like
how
90 bucks.
yeah, I like how the silver maple leaves look. So those ones are always, I think
Yeah,
it's a pretty coin. But yeah, I think at more than 50% of what I have are the silver eagles,
yeah.
and then the rest is other stuff.
I mean, what you haven't already lost in the carpet.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that was yeah, still a touchy subject, but it's
yeah. um, yeah.
and there's some
So,
I did, this is
all
the
right.
first I didn't know they have a 1 ounce silver round of the Lincoln penny. That's cool.
Yeah, they
Oh,
have all kinds of fun stuff.
John Wick silver continental coin. What?
Up
I gotta up my game a little bit. There's a bunch of new
your
stuff here.
collection game.
Yeah, well, maybe not right now.
Yeah. Wait a few months until
Yeah,
things
let me
kind of
wait. Yeah,
settle
it's
back down
well,
again.
thanks for the heads up on that. It's good to know.
No
Again, this
problem.
isn't you're not giving financial advice though or anything like that.
No,
That's
I
no,
am just a
yeah.
financial moron. I have no idea what I'm
We just
talking
like
about.
coins.
I
Yeah.
just Yeah, exactly. I like shiny things.
Yeah.
It's what happens. Don't sue me, bro. But anyway, all right. Well, I think this was a good proof of
Yeah,
life from
yeah,
us.
we had the proof that we're here. So
We have established that we are here. Um, I am going to
next
go have dinner and
next
watch the end of the championship game or the
cool.
semifinals.
Yeah, next week is good for me, and then the week after I'm going to
Good.
Vegas to the Shot Show. So maybe I could do
Ooh,
something from Vegas. Maybe
I love
if
that
I'm
idea.
spirited. Yeah.
I love that idea. Who are we going with to Shot Show?
Just going. My brother-in-law's my cameraman, and we're just going there. So it should be fun.
Do you get media passes?
I got Mirror Safety. It said, "Hey, do you want to come?" And I'm like, "Sure." So
Okay, because I felt like it was. I've heard that the thing you kind of have to be invited
yes,
to, so you like
yeah,
have to go with a company of some sort. But
yeah. So the last time I went with Leatherman, and I was their kind of guest for that one. Uh,
mhm.
but my contact at Leatherman, that doesn't work there anymore. And so, but Mirror Safety was kind enough. Hey, you going to be at Shot Show? Do you want to come? So I said, sure. Even
Well,
though I
that is
just took 2 weeks
fantastic.
off from work, so now I'm taking more time off to go to Vegas. But
Yeah, you know what? Things are important. Don't they understand? You
yes,
have, millions of fans that are.
yeah, CES is going on in Vegas right now. I see that from
Yeah.
and yeah, City Prepping just texted me was that yesterday because he was hanging out with Wrangler Star, so he was sending me photos of that, which is pretty cool. They're over
Oh,
at CES right now.
are they? That would be. CES sounds like it's one of those things. It's kind of like Comic Con. Like it seems like it would be a really fun thing to do, and also a gigantic headache to experience. And I'm not sure like what the trade off would be on that one, but
Yeah, yeah. Chris says he said he's having a great time, so
well,
that's cool.
that's
But
good.
I've never been.
Well, city prepping, you enjoy yourself.
Yeah, have fun.
I can't wait
I
to
think
see all of the.
he's on a plane right now, so he's flying back. So because
Oh, okay.
he just texted me. But
Well, I'm sure that he will be coming out with some sort of a CES video, and so we'll
yeah,
all watch that and see what sort of
it's
exciting things he came up with. But all right, everybody. Well, we
well,
will
yeah.
see you next week. Have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. And go Ducks, because we need all of the luck we can get. Uh,
I, I can't as a Seattle, I can't align with that. But yeah,
that's fair. That's fine.
it's
Understandable.
there's always been that tension with in
Hey, you
this
know what?
live
It
stream on
sounds
that.
like you got your quarterback back. If
Yes,
he changed his mind, he doesn't need the 6 million from LSU. He's fine with the 5 million from UW. It'll be
yeah.
all right. All right, everybody.